Welcome to Week 8 of the 2023 Madden NFL season. We're nearly halfway to the season. There's a look at the standings heading into Week 7. I thought since I always show the AFC first, why not show the NFC first? Let's make a change. Through 7 weeks, there is only one team undefeated and only one team that is still seeking their first win of the season. No bye weeks this week. All 32 teams will be in action today. So, with that being said, let's get the party started. Kicking off Week 8, our Thursday night matchup, we will see the 4-3 Bills taking on the Tampa Bay Bucks, who are still seeking their first win of the season. Unfortunately for the Bucks, their first win is going to have to wait, as the Bills get a dominating win. They win 38-17, so the Bills are going to improve to 5-3. And as for the Bucks, those losses continue to stack up, as now they have lost 7 straight, as the Bucks are going to drop to 0-7, and there's only a few losses away of potential elimination. On to the 1 o'clock window. What better way to start off the 1 o'clock games than to see the battle of meth life, as we will see the New York Jets take on the New York Giants, who will be without Daniel Jones for the second straight week. Who is going to win the battle of meth life? It's the Giants that wins the battle of meth life. They win 32-22, so the Giants are going to be above, or they're going to be at 500 now, as they're going to improve to 4-4, and the Jets, they're going to be below 500, as they will drop to 3-4. Up next, we'll see the 4-3 Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the 4-2 Pittsburgh Steelers. The Jags get a bounce-back win after they made a huge mistake last week against the Saints. Jags win 34-7, so the Jags are going to improve to 5-3. And for the Steelers, it looks like the rain was way too much for them, as well as the Jags, as they're going to fall to 4-3. Next up, we'll see a division rematch in Week 4, as we will see the Philadelphia Eagles take on the Washington Commanders. Wow, what a game this was, but the Eagles, they hold on and they seek revenge for Week 4. Eagles win 41-38 in overtime. Second time that this game went into overtime between the Commanders and the Eagles, so that's crazy that both games ended in overtime. So the Eagles, they win back-to-back games, and they won back-to-back games in overtime, so the Eagles are going to improve to 5-3, and the Commanders are going to drop to 4-4. Up next, we will see the Los Angeles Rams take on the Dallas Cowboys. And if you're an Eagles fan, this is the game to keep an eye on, because Cowboys lose and Eagles take first in the NFC East. Well, if you're the Eagles, you're going to have to wait another week to sniff first place in the NFC East, as the Cowboys get the win 24-12. So the Cowboys will improve to 5-2, and the Rams, they have now lost 3 in a row since upsetting the Eagles a couple weeks back, as now the Rams are going to drop to 3-5. Up next, we'll see NFC North battles. We'll see the 3-4 Vikings, who will be without Justin Jefferson for the third consecutive week, take on the 5-1 Green Bay Packers. The Packers continue to impress as they dominate 41-6 over the Vikings. So the Vikings are going to drop to 3-5, and the Packers, they continue to prove that they're one of the best teams in this season, as they're going to improve now to 6-1. Up next, we will see the Atlanta Falcons take on the Tennessee Titans, who will have Will Levis make his debut after filling in for the injured Ryan Tannehill. The Titans looked impressive with Will Levis, but the Falcons, they made a second-half comeback, and they win 35-25. So the Falcons are going to improve to 5-3, and the Titans are going to drop to 1-6. However, they did look good with Will Levis as QB, so maybe, just maybe, Tennessee can make a turnaround if they stick with Will Levis. Up next, we'll see an AFC East matchup, and for the second time this year, we will see the New England Patriots take on the Miami Dolphins, who will have Jalen Ramsey make his debut as a Dolphin. The Patriots try to make a comeback, but the Dolphins, they avoid the season sweep, and they win 34-31, So the Dolphins, like I mentioned, they get revenge after what happened in Foxborough Week 2. They improve to 6-2, and the Patriots, unfortunately for them, they will not get the season sweep, as the Patriots will now drop to 3-5. Next up, we will see the New Orleans Saints take on my Indianapolis Colts. It was a low-score game, but the Colts get the win. They win 20-17. So the Colts, they get their first win with Gardner Minshew as starting quarterback. They'll improve to 500 as they'll get to 4-4. And the Saints are going to drop to 500 as the Saints are going to drop to 4-4. And the final game in the 1 o'clock window, we will see the top 2 picks in this year's draft go head-to-head, as you will see the number 2 pick in the 2023 draft, C.J. Stroud and the Texans, take on the number 1 pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers. What a fun back and forth game this was, but the winner goes to the number 1 pick in the 2023 draft as the Panthers win 31-27. So the Panthers, they're going to improve now to 3-4, and the Texans, they still got a lot of work to do as they're going to drop now to 1-6. On to the 4 o'clock window now, as we'll see the 2-4 Cleveland Browns, who will not have Deshaun Watson, so P.J. Walker will take over, as the Browns will take on the 3-3 Seahawks. Well, just like the Jaguars-Saints game last week, bozo activity as the Browns, needing a touchdown to tie this game up with like 2 minutes ago, decides to punt the ball. I don't know why they would do that. I guess it's Madden logic. So, Seahawks get the win. Seahawks are going to improve to 4-3, and the Browns are going to drop to 2-5. Just like the Jags last week, Browns. Why would you do that? You know that you have to tie this game up, and it's the fourth quarter. Why punt? But I don't know. Just bozo activity for Cleveland. Bozo, bozo, bozo. Up next, we'll see a rematch of Thursday Night Football from a couple weeks ago, as we will see the Kansas City Chiefs, who is looking to stay undefeated, as they will take on the Denver Broncos. Just like the last meeting, the Broncos gave it everything they got, but the Chiefs, they were the better team, and they win 37-31. So the Chiefs, they get the season sweep, and they get to live to fight another week as they stay undefeated. They're going to improve to 8-0, and the Broncos, they're going to drop to 2-5. Up next, we got the Battle of the Birds, as we'll see the 6-1 Baltimore Ravens take on the 4-3 Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals, they continue to impress. They get another upset win, but this time over the Baltimore Ravens, who is the second to last team undefeated. So, great job by the Cardinals, and this is all without Kyler Murray. So Arizona, they're going to improve to 5-3. And the Ravens, like I mentioned, they went from being the second to last team undefeated to now losing 2 straight, as the Ravens are going to drop to 6-2. 45-31. Wow. And our final game in the 4 o'clock window, we will see the Cincinnati Bengals take on the 49ers, who will not only have Debo out, but they will also have Brock Purdy. Also, Sam Darnold will make his debut of the season and his debut as a San Francisco 49er. The Bengals win in a thriller. They win 32-30. This was an incredible game. So the Bengals, they come back from being down 24-13. As the Bengals, they're going to improve now to 4-3, if I'm not mistaken. And the 49ers, their 2-game win streak comes to an end, as now the 49ers are going to drop to 3-5. On to our Sunday night matchup, as we will see the Chicago Bears, led by Tyson Bagent for the second straight week, take on Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers get a win as they win 30-13, and Khalil Mack successful in his other revenge game when he played for the Chicago Bears. So the Chargers, they end a 3-game losing streak as they will now improve to 3-4, and the Bears, they're going to drop to 3-5. In their final game of Week 8, our Monday night matchup, you will see the 3-4 Las Vegas Raiders, who will have Jimmy Garoppolo out once again. So Brian Hoyer will take over as they will take on the 4-3 Lions. Lions get a dominating win. They win 34-10 over the Raiders. So the Raiders, they're going to drop to 3-5. And for the Lions, it looked like that momentum from last week continued when they played the Ravens. As the Lions, they got a good streak going now, as they're going to improve now to 3-5. Correction, 5-3. And that's going to do it for Week 8. Congratulations to all 16 teams that won their games today. There's the updated division standings after Week 8. Got a lot of drama in these divisions. The Bucs are still the only winless team left this season, and the Chiefs are still the only undefeated team left. And as we get closer and closer to the playoffs, we're going to start showing you the playoff standings, but I'm going to show you the playoff standings in another video, so that way I have enough time to explain everything for each team scenario. There's a look at the weeknight schedule. Should be interesting. Got a lot of good games coming up. Got a few teams on a bye week, and we're back to having games outside the United States, except this time we're having games in Germany. And that's going to do it for me. I'm Robert Magic, and I'll see you all next week for week number 9 of the 2023 Madden NFL season. Have a great rest of your night, and enjoy the games this weekend.